Who to the Buddha word lineage I pray, primordial kuntu zang dorje chang, Dhyanis herukas leki wang mo, Prabhasti dorje to trengtsal, Drime Shenyan Fintemer Bliss Queen, Shila Manju Sakya Devi's King, and subjects 25 Nanam Chim, Shuburung Zum and the clan of Kon. May the fortress of the view be gained, to reveal treasure lineage I pray. Choki Wang Chuk Plum Dregs in Godem, the stainless Vajra Sanje Lingpa, Rinchen Palzang and self-liberated, Parmaling Dudul Nuden Zamling, Dorje Salratun Chogyorling May, meditation's perilous path be crossed, to the Dharma holders who transmit Venerable Manyak 8 glorious disciples Nub Orden Sozur Lang, youthful Atsara Lang Lab Jangdur, his 4 disciples Darcharin Zang, Rokchal Der Dakling Chag may the rest, I pray make conduct's life force be seized, to Kilaya's divine mandala, Vajra Sattva embodiment of peaceful and wrathful families display, Dharme Vajra master of secrets, Vajra Vidarana cutting through the root of delusive thought and you, deity within whom is complete, all enlightened acts to tame beings, body of compassionate wrath you rise, from the expanse great blazing tamer, of demons the 100-mood dancer, most supreme great glorious Vajra youth, Mother Korloge Dep union of primordial wisdom and basic space, 10 powers perfections, 10 royal pairs, shapeshifters, gatekeepers, oath-bound ones, mighties and the rest to you I pray. Grant complete victory o'er demon hosts. In place of life force arises primordial wisdom, wrath as a weapon. Dark blue colored it is, mastery of self-arisen awareness open, and all pervasive by planting this wisdom stake into basic space. May all dualistic thoughts be severed, aggregates and elements are the Vajra mandala of the 3 seats, unelaborated consciousness is accomplished as the great bliss Vajra. May planting boundless compassion stake into beings of all samsaric realms, cause them to embrace the pure lifeline of compassionate responsiveness, the union of meaning and signs, pure body and primordial wisdom, terrifying, blazing, wrathful ones, endlessly emanate and gather back. May planting the bodhicitta stake into the mother's expanse bring forth clouds of emanation, supreme suns. All existence and all beings are fully realized as Vajra wrathfuls. May planting the physical stake of signs merciless into harm doers, who grasp 3 poisons appearances, penetrate them to their final end. May conquering the aggregates demon, liberate this body as deity. May conquering the afflictions demon, mark all with the bliss emptiness seal. May conquering the demon of death bring the empowerment of immortal life. May conquering the godly sun demon grant spontaneous attainments level. May the 4 acts and 8 qualities be swiftly accomplished, and specially may wrathful mantra and fiery tongues of fierce direct and destructive acts incinerate the evil hearts of hinderers, enemies, and obstructors. May glorious Heruka state be gained. Top of 11. Oh, Namo, I and all sentient ones with reverend 3 doors take refuge in the Guru triple gem, Yerams and victorious hosts. Elias Mandala, I'll rouse the 4 immeasurables. Spontaneous nature's palace, vast, not even the names for obstructing, misleading demons can exist. The mandala and boundaries fully seen as timeless, radiant clarity are established freely, naturally, in the perfect, all-pervasive space, spontaneous and primordially pure concepts of confession and confessed are liberated in their natural place. Yet should there be confusion caused by grasping at perceiver and perceived, I confess this ignorance to the hosts of self-arisen deities, Samaya, pure Amrita, primally self-born, Rakta, redness, liberating the 6 realms into basic space, greater Ma, all phenomena present in the ground. These 3 are the inexhaustible, unceasing elixirs, Om Hong Om Vajra Pushpe Dupe Aloke Gende Nevidye Shabda Ahom. Manifold appearances are the measureless palace, the mandala is the blazing dark blue triangle wherein the 8 charnel grounds enclose an expanse of wrathful wisdom. Fire, the boundless palace arises There from primordial wisdom self-display at its center on lotus sun, moon and four tangled demons stanza, dark blue beaming light gathering it back, unfabricated, complete. I rise as the great glorious Vajra youth, dark blue with three faces, 6 arms and 4 legs spread wide in a hero's stance, right face, white left, red central, dark blue. My crown's adorned with the 5 families. At my heart is Humrikpa's life force. My 9 eyes glare fiercely to the 10 directions. My gaping mouth show fangs and twisting tongues. My 2 right hands hold 9 and 5 pronged Vajras. My left hands wield a fire mass and Kapanga. Between lower hands I roll a man made Uparbha. Thus I am complete with all fearsome charnel ground up. Great Mother Korloge, depth light blue with 1 face, 2 arms. Her right hand holds blue lotus and embraces my neck. Left hand gives blood skull cup to my lips. At our foreheads blue home karyab yum. At our throats red hayagriva per. At our hearts blue yamantaka per. O'er our navels chartreuse tutsi kilwai abium. At our navels dark green mioi abium. At our secret place blue Drubchen per. On our right shoulders white namgyal per. On our left shoulders blue yuknon per. On our right thighs a pink dogyal couple. On our left thighs an amber kamsum bear. In 4 directions 4 families, kings, 10 directions, each a wrathful pair with their animal-faced emanations. Each of these 24 wrathfuls have 3 faces, 6 arms, 4 legs spread wide. Vajra wings charnel ground adorned. Men's wielding weapons marked with their own Signs at 4 gates for wrathful beast-faced guards round the mandalas periphery. Sons and nations oath-bound attendants, Shvanar, Emati, and powerful earth ladies, their brothers of rose wood, iron, and conch gather. Thus the main deity and court are generated as the Lord in my heart. On a sun, the wisdom being thumb-sized stands rolling upper, but in his heart on a sun stands a grain-sized gold Vajra, wherein hum is encircled by the mantra. At each deity's crown is an Om at their throats and not at their hearts. Om 10 directions Buddhas now confer blessing, empowerment. My crowns adorned by a Moga city as its sign. Om Hum Swa Ha Mum Lam Mam Pam Tam. Light rays emanate from our hearts, inviting the wisdom beams. Displaying your blazing wondrous forms, risen from the pure and unborn sphere of Dharmata to great Vajra youth, with your court from that sphere, please come here to accomplish existence as you, and be granted empowerment. These wrathful wisdom, King VajraKilaya, with your court, please come here and bestow Kilaya city, please manifest all the signs and symbols of success. to liberate all evil ones and destroy clinging to pride, Dorje, Sempo, and Red New. We pay 1 point at all. Mejati Poho Praticha Ho Home outer inner and secret of rings are an innate unity, such gifts actual and conceptually arrayed we give to the self-born deities. Please receive these offerings non-dually, without acceptance or rejection. Om Vajra Argam Padyam Pushpe Dupe Aloke Gande Devidye Shapta Praticha Swaha. Great medicine crafted from 8 main and 1,000 branching Svagrakta of Klesha secret, these we offer with the great Tormachi Felik Sir Mahapancha Amrita Rakta Balingta Kahi Hum ignorance a mountainous pile of flesh, desire a swirling ocean of blood, hatred a bone heap, these we give to Dorje Sempo and his retinue. Om wrath, great glorious Vajra, youth Dharma, sphere mother Korlogye, depth and wrathful king, skillful means body, 10 wrathful queens in a natural space, shapeshifters dispatched to take action, tiger-headed Zazos with bangs, burn mandalas for directional guards, 12 kila guards charged with slaughter, ring brothers of rosewood, iron and conch, and all other oath-bound kila guards, homage and praise to you and your host. The times come to fulfill your heart pledge, accomplish direct and wrathful deeds. Glorious great Vajrayuth, sun's court and glorloged fiercely dance in space, sound emptiness, mantras melody, roars like thunder, thus I will practice until the samayas accomplished in the ultimate expanse of space. Light rays radiate to the 10 directions from the life force syllable and the mantra garland at my heart, and arouse the heart essence of the 3 roots. Holy pledge, all their blessings of body, speech, and mind descend like rainfall in the forms of white Om, red and blue Om, dissolving unimpededly into my 3 places. Then all the blessings and powers of all the victorious ones, compassion in the form of inconceivable VajraKilaya deities, large and small, softly fall and dissolve into me. The deities of my body mandala and the deities in union residing in the centers of my channels are like the seeds of an open sesame pod. They and all the deities of the mandala reverberate with the sound of the mantra like the sound of a broken beehive.
Go Yeah. Garchen Rinpoche, yes, Garchen Rinpoche, the royal, the Tonjo Rinpoche, the song, the Moko Tonson, Trinity Jability, and Jabby, Kanshi Jabby, the Tata Tontoris, and answering at it, you know, so it is.
So, dear friends, in between the mantra recitation, I will just share a few words of teachings, and that concerns an important point about the VajraKilaya, the four purbas, or 4 kilas, and that is actually contained in the lineage supplication prayer that we read in every session. It explains the most important point of VajraKilaya and also those 4 kilas. And I will give a brief introduction to that, and I've already given an introduction, really commentary to each of those word by word of each of those verses before. So now I will just share a little bit from a practical perspective.
찹달 이시죠 부바들 이시다 남시디 제발 가리리 무슨 코르세비다 남시에다 서로 좀 나바다 시바지 남시데라 니도다 다지 니다 코르데니바 니니 추서되는 코와차요래 남시랑 뭐라 되는 뭐지 다지 니요마 대 홍르와 가리들 탐나면 나도 제로감이 랑상들이 이샤도 홍주를 뜻당면은 저도면 가서도 나오는 생각하다가 차대요래 이 깝더니 막 홍지 라조를 빠짝도 등나 송홍지 등나들이 홍지 가면들이 나온 조들이 탑재는 나도 사고 가면 홍을 나도 또 나기니지 잡는 거 차도 버려 그러니 메와차도 잡다 이시죠 봐봐는 대가 동작하리 잡다 이시 봐봐 취해서 technique 독초죠 다 똑같으니 이시제가 내가 가리 인지 독초죠 이디들 가리 나기니 독사 저것들이 이디서 뭐요래 다 세월대로 생각하다 하고 조 일이면 생통 남고 있는 없어 남가다 여기 잡대면지 이때 하고 이때 하고들이 저는 독서 줘봐서 동다들이 이시시반은 남시시를 공부하지
And the first of the 4 kilas is the all-pervasive kila of primordial awareness. And this all-pervasive wisdom kila is actually very much connected to the syllable hong. And so this kila of primordial wisdom, how is it different or connected to our ordinary consciousness? Now, for samsaric sentient beings, their consciousness is the mind that discerns outer objects and perceives the world in a dualistic way. Everything is separate, self and other, and samsara and nirvana. So this dualistic perception is what we call samsara. And when you look at the essence of that very consciousness, you will actually not find such a division of self and other. And then how is it connected to the hung syllable? When ordinary thoughts arise, a thought arises, and the very moment the thought arises, you utter hung, or you recall the hung, and then in that moment there is not one thought in the mind. There is no grasping in the mind. And in that instant, the mind is empty, like space. And there is just awareness. And awareness is related to, therefore, to the syllable hong. In the lineage supplication prayer, page 4, it speaks of the primordial wisdom wrath arising as a dark blue weapon. And it is the mastery of self-arisen awareness. So this is actually an introduction to the view, the true nature of the mind. That is when all thoughts, and one recognizes the nature of mind, then all thoughts are absent. There's no thinking in the mind, there's no thought of self or other, then that state itself is recognized as the all-pervasive primordial wisdom. And so it says, may planting the primordial wisdom stake of pervasive openness into basic space sever dualistic thoughts. This is the ultimate kila. The open basic space is actually the primordial wisdom. That's the primordial wisdom stake, or purba, and that primordial, all-pervasive openness cuts through all dualistic grasping. So therefore, it is this purba that is planted, and it cuts through the dualistic thought of self and other. And how it cuts is by looking at the mind itself and seeing its space-like nature. What we see, what we believe is a duality, these thoughts of duality only arise due to us seeing diversity in terms of bodies. But there is no separation in the mind. The mind is by nature actually all-pervasive. So this is what one realizes when this primordial wisdom stake of pervasive openness is planted into the basic space. So in other words, the ordinary dualistic consciousness is recognized as primordial wisdom.
Tawa ha kontra, tawa goma nyamnyong tantere, nyamnyong karere tiri, tata rikpaya shiji papate, rikpaya shiji na, o semen imeli tawa ha kolo semna kwata, o semen ime dokte ha kote tawa re, tela nidina tili nyumo ba shago kabli, tami mo che o ku ngala, ta tili zambora changi pardang chadang to pa cheo kabli, o tili rikpaya shiji ka ha kone, Tari nyumu wate gora, namto gon gora ta, shago papati job cheke yorela. Ya, nyami cheba tari ha kola, ta ha kodi na, nyumu ba kang che na yote, namto te, rupagro cherte nyumu warang ora te, nyumu wate mewa drogo yore. Tenbo daji ni mewa ka sebe, taba tol rem kore, o, teri tsirme iti tok tok chukwa to, te nyamnyong to tere go yore, ta ha kola ke penko yor mare, teri tewe ni teri,
So this actually these words must be actually applied to practice. It is said that meditation must be based on an actual experience. So there's many disciples, many people who do understand the view, and many are also very diligent. But this view that you have understood must also be put into practice. You must gain an experience of that view. So meditation must be based on an actual, a practical experience. And so what is the experience here of the wisdom awareness kila? It is to experience the non-dual nature of the mind. And that is to experience the view that you have previously understood. And so how you experience it is that normally there is a dualistic thought in the mind, and due to this dualistic thinking, afflictive emotions arise. For example, you think that he said that to me, and we constantly are attached to what we like, and we have an aversion against what we don't like. So awareness recognizes that when it arises. And whatever arises, whatever emotion or thought arises, it is seized by clear awareness. So those who have understood the view and who engage in practice will recognize any affliction, any thought that arises as it arises. And as it arises, awareness sees it directly. And by seeing it directly, the affliction has already disappeared. Because by seeing it directly, you see non-duality, the non-duality between self and other. And so this is how you experience the view. So it says, may that sever dualistic thoughts. So the experience of the view, the meditation that is based on an actual experience, is what severs dualistic thoughts. So that is to say that simply understanding or knowing that, only to have an understanding of the view, will not be sufficient. We need to gain an experience of this all-pervasive kila of primordial wisdom.
Then Congress Lama Jipati, Lama Jipati Basum, Gaju that you did long. David Zong Togosi, Gobert Tangro Gosi, Juba Sosi goes on. David Zong Toto, Gobert Tangro, Juba Sosi, or something. Tell David Zong Jipati that David Ha Goni, not talk on you, but I check Chujan, what about the Zuba Paradise, or Teta Zong Togo. Tell the Zong Matop, Gobert Tang. Nyami Jabaka, the new Momo wanted to Nata, Dongi, King, Tela, so love the Chermata, the new mobile long Jason Rona, Trian, they go cover Chamdro, the Gobert Trunk, Jibati, Nyamsa Rebecca, the Tower Hawk, one, the two longer Kabi, is two longer Kabi, Gobert Trunk, Juba Swordy, Juba Kabi, three no I am Goyore, Tata, Tower Hawk, one, dinner. The Humakibo Masika Sumbari. The judge made to the Chupasos, Jodo Gom just be going up with those. Jimmy taught him to come up with Jimmy Bachesi, Da Payo, the little water similar, or Gata Chu, the what I'm going to be. They have the government tongue in Matala, don't tell us one of the Jodo Chupasos, the Tishibai, who teaches the mother, paint hole Marete, the Dava Zong, top woman, trunk draw, Chupasos in Gossom. That was long about the new Mobake, not thought Tanchi, Ransarang, Dortable, the Yams Young. There is Jolam Tanchi, not thought Chara Tanchi, no she, this is not talk the letter Chumata, Trovaso. Having changed the same thought at Level Yam Duck Nida Zai Zuda, the Sang, similar thought of Mati as a child. Then I don't see what you be taught in Nimagic didn't say the taught it. Controlling, the dribble, the Jody, Unity, some universe of the Paji, that she ran the world Germany. Then you died in Mazars about ours. Data was almost on this. This all, man, little in the Mazars about the child. You remember one the doctor, so you remember around for that. You remember around for that. 3D committee, you remember Tango or Taylor. You remember Tango, not protect them ever thought they go. You told them, mother, you remember Kakari Yomari. Most of us are there. Our three, two longer committee, Gregorianism.
Also, before in the linear supplication prayer, there is a list of lineage gurus' names of the three different lineages of the Gamma, Dharma, and the general lineage. And so then, with regard to those three kinds of lineages, there is an explanation in this linear supplication where those three lineages are based on the view, meditation, and the conduct. And so that is the fortress of the view, the perilous path of meditation, and the seizing of the life force, that is the conduct. So that is what must be accomplished. First, one must attain the fortress of the view. So we understand the view. And if you really have attained the fortress of the view, then no matter what thought or afflictive emotions arise, nothing will affect you negatively in any way. You have perfected the paramita of patience. this is when you have attained the fortress of the view. Now, if you have not attained the fortress of the view, you will encounter the perilous path of meditation. And so that is then when the view has not attained stability, then in your practice, often you encounter all kinds of difficult circumstances, all kinds of situations come up, there's conflict, there is sickness, there is pain, there's afflictive emotions and so forth. All sorts of disagreeable circumstances arise which trigger afflictive emotions. And when these arise and you pursue those afflictions, then temporarily you will still continue to wander in samsara. So therefore, even though you have understood the view, you're still lost in the conduct of body, speech, and mind, where you have encountered the perilous path or the abyss of meditation. It is just like falling down from that cliff. And so what happens then when you do not cross the perilous path of meditation is that you will be mistaken in your activities in the daily life. So it actually connects to the conduct. Khenpo Munso Rinpoche had said that even though your meditation normally goes well, when everything is all right, but when you encounter difficult circumstances, you become like an ordinary person. Then you just throw away the view, and again you begin to grasp and think that that's me and that's him, and however things appear to you, you believe that this is how they really are, and you label them and so on. And then that leads to a lot of conflict and fighting. And in this way, temporarily, you have fallen down that cliff and have not crossed the perilous path of meditation. And so this is how it is connected to the life force that is the conduct. So if you do not seize the life force that is the conduct through sustaining the meditation or crossing the perilous path of meditation, then the understanding of the view in itself is not of any benefit. So we must attain the fortress of the view, but also cross the perilous path of meditation and also seize the life force of the conduct. So in terms of the attaining the fortress of the view, that is when you have gained some understanding of the nature of thoughts and afflictive emotions. And you gain an experience in that when you train in releasing them into their natural state when they arise, in all your activities, in whatever you do. So it is important that this is actually applied in the actual real life when you engage in activities. That is when you have to recognize all the coarse and the subtle thoughts arising in the mind. Otherwise, the mind will be tied down in bondage. That is, for example, also in this smoke offering, where it says this eclipse by the sun and moon. There's complete darkness, envelopment of you're enveloped by darkness, and like an eclipse. So here, it is important to be clear as to when I am in bondage and when I am free. For example, if there is two friends who have loved each other very much for a very long time, then one day something happens and they get angry at each other. And that is when the mind becomes obscured. Then there is darkness. And although you have seen that friend's qualities before, you forget all about their good qualities and are completely controlled by the negative emotion, by the anger. And that is just like being in this darkness in an eclipse. And so at that time, when the afflictive emotion arises, when that happens, it is important to recognize, this has happened to me. I am controlled by an affliction. So directly and only look at your own affliction, the essence of that. And when you look at the essence of the affliction, all thought actually is completely gone. There is actually nothing there. Actually, once you look at the essence of the affliction, you have already arrived at the fundamental nature of the mind. And there is nothing else but that. So there is actually no separate existing affliction that exists that you will see somewhere. By recognizing it, you recognize, in fact, that it doesn't really exist, and all you see is the natural state of the mind. And so this is how you merge this understanding of the view with your conduct. And so often people do not consider the perilous path of meditation or this abyss of meditation as so important. We don't think that it's so detrimental. For example, if there are two Dhamma friends who get into an argument with each other and then there is conflict between them, they might have, of course, some awareness and think that, oh, we had this argument before, and that probably was not good for our samaya. So that happened yesterday, but also it's not that of a big deal. And so this is actually how we become controlled by the karmic winds. And even though it might not seem to be a big deal right now when we are alive, it will be one later in the bardo after we have died. Because then this abyss of meditation becomes the abyss of the three lower realms. And then we need to travel very far and very long. So now we still have this body of karmic imprints, and we are still alive. And later, after we have died, it is just a single condition, a moment of emotion, a single condition that leads to this long path of the three lower realms that it will be very difficult to ever become liberated from. So then we go a very long way without ever becoming freed again. And so that is, if in that one moment one becomes controlled by anger, then one goes to hell instantly. If one is controlled by ignorance, one takes birth as an animal. So it happens in just an instant at that time when we don't have this body any longer. Then it just takes a moment of affliction, a moment of thought, and the moment you are controlled by it, already the animal realm begins to manifest, and you have taken birth as an animal. And then there are many animals. Some are as large as mountains, some are as small as atomic particles in the water and so on. And then for a very long time, you will not become liberated from these miserable states of existence. And this is what actually happens, and therefore we have to be very careful, because it is very dangerous. We can very easily fall into such a state. And so what it depends on is on whether or not we are now crossing this abyss of meditation. And that determines what will happen next in the Bardom. So it is really the perilous path, or the abyss of the afflictions, that we now must liberate with practice, with awareness. Or according to the 37 practices, the perfection of patience. Now we need to sustain mindfulness to liberate these thoughts. So for as long as we are alive in this body and preoccupied with many different things, we might not deem it to be a very much of a big deal. If we had an argument in the morning, we think that it's quite easy, we just get over it and then everything is fine. But actually it's not that simple, because later on, after we have died, then we will encounter, if we haven't crossed this path now, then this perilous path of meditation becomes this abyss, this cliff of falling into the 3 lower realms. And then it will be very difficult to cross. So also there was this prayer by Jamgon Kongtrul, who also said, may I be liberated from this perilous path of meditation. That is a very dangerous path.
Pongkang di song dorjin kholi tam song, jena pongpo kam tang che je la, sim jin tang je ke ma mi be me do song da be, de lu sem ni ga la de, se ju wang a, nang ni mong a, sang wa yi xing a de, se ju wang a dang, yu mo wang a de, ma mi be me do song da be, de dang di zhen zhen ko wa cha de ha ma wa ne, de sang chok che de zhe no de ni Pongkang Jimchi Tamja Takurang Chadi, Medos, May Mami, Tichi Partawe, Chadi, or it. Yilang de Ha Mao Nutri Tata, Simji Tami Bares. The Tamji Ha Mao Unitri got the Domain Nante Tamjila, Tasabat and Hinji, Semin Hinji Purpasi. The day Tamji Simji Tamjila, Tasamat and Hinji, there are Sabat Semiba, Sabat Semiba, nothing, same chapter for it. Simply Pingo, Sabatavati, assembly, Mubasabri, the Sanchok Simati, or so the Mubasipti, the Jopasipti. So, you did municipality, some time made the Temi gone, not the Muni Rami Sapin got the heart, the single talk, the Chabi, Gula Chapa Sabataka, so Sampat Semibati, gone to the city, so long, Tommy, look by me, Ram, you get This song he did, this is the subject Jimba, you but Jimba, the probability how to be your talent song the new but truck comes from city, motor new but the bottle your match. They introduced the double moon there. They our child, they have your city, somebody music at the top of the Tarang, somebody music about the city of the young double dark or essence. 다 사바 재밌게나 드링이 재밌게 삼바 재미 맞지를 들이 담아본 거 이게데 드링이랑 심바 이게는 또 차지 대비도야 보다 보자면 뒤지로서 다 보자면 베스트다 사바 시바들 트렌트바 트레이조와 이렇게 어디지 다들이 내 능력지를 삼바 재미 바고 거래 내가 삼바다 되게지나 이렇게 담겨 놓고 요래 purpose and have the title that you point out the son, the Temin you propose eso. Temple to the Janta, the Bacho, simply Sabella, who's some Hindu and Jeva, Tapanaki, simply Jeva Chapel, Simpina, 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 Jeva, Ben Marco Patel, Patti Chapter, so I did a car in Hako, Tinagi, so I did what it is.
So then we're coming back to the 4 kilas, so we get on page 4. And so there is the second kila is the kila of boundless compassion or immeasurable compassion. And so it says the aggregates and elements are established as the Vajra mandala of the 3 seeds, and so forth. And then planting the stake of immeasurable compassion into the beings of the 6 realms of samsara. So these aggregates and elements, our aggregates and elements are just like an unripe seed of a flower. It refers to the body and the mind. There are the 5 outer elements, the 5 inner afflictive emotions, and the 5 secret wisdoms. In the immature state, there are the 5 outer elements and the 5 inner afflictions. When the mind becomes connected to grasping at a self, that creates the appearance of samsara, and we don't recognize that. And if the mind becomes infused with bodhicitta, then it is recognized once aggregates, elements, and sense sources are recognized as naturally pure. So it is just like a seed ripening into a flower. And samsaric sentient beings have not recognized that. And because they have not seen their true nature, they experience much suffering. Therefore, we develop the kila of immeasurable compassion. And for immeasurable compassion to arise, we must first give rise to immeasurable love. When immeasurable love arises, then the mind can actually pervade all sentient beings. So first we have a wish to benefit all sentient beings, and that is the aspiration. In the teachings of bodhicitta, we speak about the bodhicitta of aspiration, the aspiring bodhicitta, and the engaging bodhicitta. And so the engaging bodhicitta is that once you have brought to mind the suffering of all sentient beings, the 4 immeasurables gradually arise, and you engage in the benefit of others. So here it is the cultivation of the 4 immeasurables. This is the engagement here. For example, when you think about the suffering of the world, first of all, the suffering must come to you. It must generate a feeling within you. It is said that love is the power that is all pervasive. And the compassion we are speaking about here is an unconditioned, unobjectified compassion that always remains and is not ordinary. And it is also based on the understanding, the knowledge that the fundamental nature of all sentient beings is one and the same. We have a single basis, a single afflictive emotion. And this is what this kila recognizes, the kila of immeasurable compassion. So it recognizes that the afflictive emotions, the 6 afflictive emotions of all the sentient beings in the 3 realms of samsara are one and the same. And that is actually represented by the 6 syllables in the sadhana. They're all gathered into 6 syllables, which also shows that their afflictions are all one and the same. And then it is through the practice of this sadhana, of this practice, that the kila of immeasurable compassion is applied. And what this means is, applying it means that we need to hold all sentient beings with immeasurable love and immeasurable compassion continuously at all times. And so the stages for that are that, first of all, immeasurable love must arise. And only once that has arisen, immeasurable compassion will arise. If immeasurable love does not first arise, then the compassion that arises is ordinary. And ordinary compassion is related to attachment. So then we want to care for that which we like. For example, you have a beautiful flower and it looks very nice, and that is why you want to take care of it. So that's ordinary compassion. But immeasurable love that leads to immeasurable compassion is based on recognizing the kindness of all others and also developing a wish to repay their kindness, remembering their qualities and keeping holding beings with gratitude, and also recognizing their suffering. And so this is how first immeasurable love arises. And with that immeasurable love and compassion, one can liberate countless sentient beings, in particular through the practice and the blessings of VajraKilaya, through engaging in this practice over and over again. This Kila refers to holding all sentient beings with compassion again and again. And so then here it says, may it cause them to embrace the lifeline of compassionate responsiveness. So this lifeline is like a life-saving rope that connects. So you are connected in this way to sentient beings. You connect to their mind. And you connect to their mind through love. Like a mother connects to the mind of her child because she loves her child. And because she loves her child, she is aware of what the child needs, of what causes happiness, what causes pain to the child. So that kind of actual experience of feeling actually has to arise.
the Arangalulan Ebari. There is a kind of tablas among the Talongas who went out of Langley, then you longer and made it. They take it, drop up Padam about Jelly, simply don't get away or that longer sunk Javet, Nelam, so on. There is the drop up Padam with Sanket, because Talonga means on the tree, comes out of some days on your edge. The Kari that the fly got and say, could you challenge the go some talk you in Chile, some city, like Tapata and Tatani in Charium, got a easy number, genitally, young theatre that they Tasa Jerem, they call it Andrewachimo, your such a custom for some geometry, young theatre, Chile, there's a the one you are treated lamps along with the such a compound about some good.
So then, next is the Kila of Bodhicitta, and that here refers to the subtle element of bodhicitta that dwells within the body, and it also therefore refers to the a skillful path of the secret mantra, the practice of the channels, winds, and drops, whereby the ordinary body matures into the Sambhogakaya form. And then from this form, inconceivable emanations manifest that then engage in the benefit of sentient beings. So this refers to the swift path of attaining enlightenment as Sambhogakaya, and then manifesting limitless emanations to benefit beings. And it is specifically related to the practices of the channels, winds, and drops, and within that, the subtle element, the subtle bodhicitta element. And so then, the sign and meaning, the union of pure body and primordial wisdom, and that is the outer form of the deity, the appearance of the deity, the color, the implements, the ornaments, and so forth, all represent a certain pure quality within the deity's mind, within the deity's body, speech, mind, its activities, and enlightened qualities. So this is related to the union of pure body and primordial wisdom. So the body represents the physical appearance of the deity, represents a pure quality that is in union, or represents a quality of the deity's wisdom mind. And so therefore this verse here is related to the generation stage, the visualization. And so once one has attained enlightenment and has matured into the deity's enlightened body, speech, and mind, then for the benefit of others, enlightened activities and qualities will naturally emerge. And so the path that is explained here in this verse is the attainment of enlightenment on the basis of the practices related to channels, winds, and drops.
드니 법바 이와데다다 치마데죠 법바서 그래서 도저 초보 용도 때 심지 탐지 이전이 사제 인장 드니 내가 레삭시 체레 드니 데이터 독서 영상 진행 못한 그 송강이 동해지 탐지 인제 그좀 마땅네 따다다 가시를 빼나 답을 쇼와다 대화죠 거래 가시 그 스틸 싸움 이제더니 랑랑 소게 데라서 봐 저도 들어가와데 내 하장 톱송처럼 들이 대답이라 따다다 고조 빼나 무슨 나는 미주제가 고도 랑시다 인 파세 대답을 저기 요래 모람로 바탕제 라왕 메부고네 대탐제 같이 거든 대탐제더니 내가 따다 드라이버 가면 됐은 거래 데리고도 또 봐요 동이 냠서 요만 줘서 대케면 이제 그만 로마지 레비래 피드 데 동이 니보를 해 말이 동이데 강리 시작지 봤다고 우리 저는 냐와한테 민강답 차대 동이 레사 약과 고서 마상 독사요 말이 잘못된 조금 잘못하더니 냐와한테 민강답을 해 대외를 대례장들이 이제 또그 자꾸 그 전화들이 샘때 조건이 세고 말이 샘때 유흥할 때 잡고 돌 잡고 저렇게 제 탐지 레리 그들이 시작하면 뭐 도착하니 뭐 대탐지 잡으라 동망보 요래 너는 민지 잡았다데 그래서 가리 보내 봐 독자들은 제일 마치겠다 시작주지 탑가라고 들네 비어 대답해서 요래 동네그랑지 동을다 유무보니 각각 말해 오래 동을 때니 유무바 동이 송절이 대 유무바들 있는 동이 오래 대외리 동이 용화대 그들이 따닥 깨식적들이 자꾸 저리가 동이 청송용을 저기 유는 뭐가들이 동을 탑 니지집도 하고 대답을 저들이 자꾸 저리가 치마 제접을 박아들이 노지라 테데 나빠서 같아서 쇼도 들이다다 무슨 바치 탑지 독과로 돌지 존을 해 들다토 들이 조바 탑지를 차차로서 때라서 과요래 제 강에 저들 책가는 연구요래 하장 사바 동다 하장 치와 그때 잡이 요래 대회는 들이다가 전대비당다 하자 동다 치고 요래 들이 망고 개비신이 탐지를 주고래 땅에 가지시 들이 잡으래지 하장된 냠링게 동다 참 저거는 전대비당의 요래 들이 냠선행들을 맞아들이 탑 탐지에는 치사바인 바 들이 무슨 냠링전 대화요 같대 샤대 요래 들이다 퍼파게세 나가 두두를 강시시 수요래 들이 양나야도 고소거들이 개비신이 답이 시원하들이 탑도 치바도 봐봐 좀 봐요래 들이 저런 참 요거
And then number 4 is the kila of the material stake of signs, the material kila of signs. So may planting the unmerciful material stake of signs into harm doers who grasp at the 3 poisons and appearances, cause them to be penetrated to the final end. So even though all sentient beings are by nature actually Buddhas, temporarily it is due to their afflictive emotions, or it says here, the grasping at the 3 poisons and appearances, that they accumulate karma and experience suffering. And is unmerciful here is that this kila does not let go of them. It holds on to them. It doesn't let go of them. And so then we can see in this world, for example, there is some people who strive for the peace and the happiness of everyone in the world. And then there's others who go around killing others and even then killing themselves. So there are certain kinds of individuals who are difficult to tame due to their very strong negative karmas that they have accumulated. For example, we go to a hospital to seek medical treatment if we are ill, and they even kill themselves and many other people. And that is due to a corrupt aspiration. And due to that, often they are completely controlled by that and they can't help themselves. And so for those individuals, there is the skillful means of momentarily at once forcefully separating them from suffering, liberating them. And so there's this other line in the text later on where it says, cause them to experience suffering. And there actually has been some disagreement about that. There was a disciple who completely couldn't accept that. Like, how can we wish for someone to suffer? How can we say, like, do we want them to experience suffering? Of course, this is not how it is, but it is like a surgery that is sometimes painful but also necessary. For example, the hell realm is just like a hospital. So we have accumulated a certain karma that causes us to experience a certain kind of suffering. And once we have created that karma, there is no other way but to experience the result of it. We will have to experience the result of it. There is no other way out. But then there is a quicker way out, and that is the forceful liberation. And often also birth in hell, which is just like a hospital where you undergo a surgery. So these forceful, wrathful activities that liberate actually are motivated, come from a place of even greater compassion. And here we are not actually speaking about murdering the bodies of other beings, but we are speaking about the afflictive emotions within their minds. This is a skillful method to separate them forcefully from their afflictive emotions. So this is how we need to understand this, and also often other various wrathful substances, which all are an antidote to the afflictions, hatred and attachment and so on. So in brief, these are all methods to liberate beings out of great compassion. For example, if a child is very ill, then a mother will go to any length to heal that child, will bring the child to any surgery that's necessary to heal the child. So she will do anything necessary. So we are separating beings from the disease of their afflictive emotions. And we need to understand that the suffering and the afflictive emotions are not separate. Actually, they are one and the same. Once an afflictive emotion is present, there is also suffering innately present within that. They are a union, they are one and the same. And therefore, suffering will have to be experienced if the afflictive emotion is present. So through the wrathful, skillful means, beings are swiftly, quickly liberated from their afflictive emotions. So this is how we need to understand this. And so this is to what is meant with penetrating to their final end. So this practice of VajraKilaya in particular is a means to overcome the various hindrances, various obstacles throughout the practice. For example, in the section of the offerings where we offer flesh, blood, and bones, all of that actually has a very great and very profound meaning. And we have received much explanations on that before. And even just the lineage prayer in itself is extremely meaningful. And in the future, you should ask your other spiritual teachers questions about it. So far, I have shared the meaning of this prayer to the best of my abilities. And actually, everything that we need to know about the practice is contained in that lineage prayer. And then the stages of the sadhana itself are also extremely profound. Among the many different sadhanas that exist, this particular one is truly very profound. And so now, of the lineage prayer, I have explained the nature of the 4 kilas to the best of my abilities. And also later in the future, you should receive instructions on that again and again from your other teachers. In particular, this sadhana is a very unique, a very special sadhana. So for today, I will stop the instructions.
VajraKilaya sarva bignen bam hung pei. Om 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 VajraKilaya sarva bignen bam sarva vignan bam pe. Om VajraKilaya sarva vignan bam pe. Om VajraKilaya sarva vignan bam pe. Om VajraKilaya sarva vignan bam. Om VajraKilaya sarva vignan bam pe. 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 From the mantra garland, light rays and a second mantra garland radiate and pass from my mouth into the mouth of the mother. The self-resounding mantra proclaimed by the inconceivable dakas and dakinis in the mother's four chakras arouses the mind stream. From the mother's secret place, the mantra garland enters my vajra, and the deities residing in the centers of my channels proclaim the sound of mantra. The mantra garland then dissolves into my heart. I visualize this unceasingly.
Please turn on this. Om benza gala gala yanza hom bawo gadang gayen zayen benza yanzet aparanze de marazana damardanai sarvam bene bawom be om benza gala gala yanza hom bawo Kadang gayen zayen ben zayen anzet aparanzet marazana damadanaye savam bene pahom be om ben zagele galayan zahom pahom katam gayen zayen ben zayen anzet aparanzet marazana damadanaye sarvam bene pahom be om ben zagele gala zahom pahom kadang gayan zet aparanzet marazana damadanaye sarvam bene pahom be Om ben zagele galayan zahom baho kadang gayen zayen ben zay anze de aparanze de marazena damardanay savam bene pahom be om ben zagele galay zahom baho kadang gayen zay Bendaye anze de aparanze marasena damardanay sarvam bene bahom pe om a e o ra ra la la e o ang a ga ga gang gang ja 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 nya ta 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 na ta 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 Shakasa ja oma a e o ra ra la la e o a ga 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 ja 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 nya ta 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 na ta 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 na pa pa pam pam yara la wa shakasa ja oma a e o ra ra la la e o ang a ga 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 nga za za ja ja nya da 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 Tata Tandana Papa Papa Mayara Lava Shaka Sahagya Sova Om Benza Sato Sam Manabalaya Benza Sato Teno Pati Tanda Domeba Sudakayo Meba Vai Sopojayo Meba Anuragdo Meba Vai Savasede Meba Yata Sava Karma Sadam Chitam Hiryam Guru Hong Ha Ho Banga Sarva Tatanga Dam Benja Mami Benja Benja Bava Maha Sama Sado Om Benja Sado Samaya Manabala Benja Sado Deno Bhati Tande No Me Bava Sodokayo Meba Supojayo me bava, anuragdo me bava, savasede me bayata, sava karma sudam, chitam hiryam kuru hong ha 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 ho banga, sarva tatanga tam benja ma me benja benja bava maha sama, sadhu om benja sadhu samaya manapalai, benja sadhu deno, Sudakayo me bava, Sopajayo me bava, Anuragdo me bava, Savasede me bayata, Savakarma sudam, Chitam hiryam kuru hong ha 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 ho banga, Sarvata tanga dam benja mame benja benja bava maha samai, Sadhu Ome ye dharma he do trabhava he den teken tatanga do he yo va den teken naroda avam bodhe maha shamana ye so Ome ye dharma he do trabhava he den teken tatanga do he yo va den teken naroda avam bodhe maha shamana ye so Om ye dharma he do trabhava he den teken tatanga Naroda Vambodha Mahashamana Yesova.
Om glorious great VajraKilaya and divine court, please come here. I make out a inner and secret offerings. I praise your body, speech, mind, qualities, activities. I confess transgressions, heedlessness, and confusion, vows mud broken. Lovingly consider me with compassion, and please grant all accomplishments to me. Page 35.
Oi namo Josan Zawasan Dan Yedan Dorjeyan Lazo Den Jeta Je Den Ben Oze Dan Zagon Tam Chata Marja Dormandala Jala Nambando Yanjalam Samje Mejabar Jo Om Ah Wong Om I Wong Om I Wong Ranye Bar Jambor Sar Tuga Hong Ye Le Song Wa Zer Ja Per Song Tam Ji Kurdan Jeba Sosi Nene Jindong Galaya Mohangadaya Mama Yeda Karma Garaya Sabarewar Benza Samanza Benza Bebe Debe Alokengen Evede Shabda Dade Benza Merdakaye Maharagdakaye One Benza Galagaloya Mohangatai Mama Shedam Karma Garaya Sabare Vara Edam Balenda Kagagaye Gaye One Benza Galagalai Mohangataya Mama Shedam Karma Garaya Sabare Vara Edam Balenda Kagagaye Gaye Om Benzakile Kalaya Mohangadaya Mama Yedang Karmagarai Sabare Vara Edam Balen Kagagai Kaye Person Tam Jin Jin Jeba Nam Jin Jeba Tam Ban De Yela San Je Ja Tam Ba Song Kan Choga Wan Pa De Gen Den Tan Je Je Jar Si Jong Je Den Je Go Pa Sor Sem Chen Je Pen De Per Nam Jo Ba Nam Je Dong Ron Zoi Ngan Cha Nam Jin Tre Le De Da We Da Tren He Be Gai Chon Je Ba Tam Zai Den De Ba Nam Je Se Na Sam Ge Je Xia Wa Tang Ten Je Men Pe Lei Zo Tam Je Pe Yen Je Ba Tan Cho Tang Te Mong Gen He De Ma Le Nhờ đơn đơ bên trên lên rồi hồn bài chế tràn thọ kê la ye ca nhẹ sông mà tâm thế chế cho na ta nhẹ sao đó mà kênh chế mà sen po nhar chế ngam je de cho yin cha je to me da zan de le da zhang men ko da je la de jo re le non de ba Wen sarva da bambe hyo da ya hong pe zo yong rinpo che che dong da ma dong din je nyen po zo ze na nye da pe ma la ne pe hong te nam pa wa de le ram yang ka Chong de ma da pe nge po se je se do de hom on lam soi ba a pam ha da re nga ya yam tam zai jian pe ra yin do yan jie ro ma jie yan jia wo jia om a hong om One dong way to long ways ye ye to wo ye sa sar ye ye to wo ye ne jang ta dan ze ma den ba dang ge la ya ye nge de zor Om Hai Wang Zhen Na Nep Je Sang Wa Yang Hui Be Long Jian Ga Na Zha Zha Jian La Pa Ba Jian Yao Yang Hua Dan Jie Ba Dang Drop Jie Ya Yang Per San Jie Lam Per Tao Da Yen Se Gang Se Ye So Yang Ga Na Zhang Ror Pe Toi Ka De Her Do Be Re Da Dar Wa Ye Se Cho Jian Je Go Be Ye Sem Cho Nye Jo Den Je De Nan Chen Du Yon Jar De Zhao San Qiu Rei Me Gar De Qiu Hu Te Mo Na Si Zo Ni Zha Jie Bar Me Zong Dam Zi Zhen Qiu Qian Qiu Chen Chen De Da Sa Lian Zhe Da Xie Gong Lo Zha Ra Ro Bon Da De Da Za Ye Mar Jian Ba Le Da Ga Na Jia Zhe Yo Le Ne Deng An Zhen Jie Jiang Do Ba Nam Ken Ta Dang Niao Bar Bi Nyam Ni Gong Bi Sen Ye Lo La Na Me Be Gong Ze De San Da Le Jie Wang Mo Da Zha Ba De Do Te Zar De Jian Jar Mo Yo Jar Len Ge San Ju Ba Ge De Jie Per Ru De Pe Ren Zai Nam To Da Nian Bo Ye So Ga VajraKilaya Chapter Sambar Vakuye Barje De da den der dam se ye tan ton do je yo na da yen song ko lo je de ma ya ya ni me do da Quand que Dieu parole Seigneur, moi sauve Dieu de trouver, ya vient de besogne, ne t'entends que Quand que sont tous les sages, règne trop d'un taille, peu d'aucun tarwan jem Basim chonam je toda Gang che me nam ba ye Ngon chen le ye bo zhom ze Jian bar we go ye song wa Ye dong jian ye dong da Gang dor je per pe ga song Ye nam jo da de jo we Zhuo zha dang ge jie nian bo Jie xiao na ma ye dou da Gang da ni ma ye dou Gang sab da ma ye dou da Gang jie wo gen ye dou da Gang wan so nie jie dou da Gang gem nie jie dou da Gang ma yang de me dou da Gang zong ko zhe we zoi jie Jie tou da nian bo ye su Gang za wa ye la dam zai Jian gan chen ye dong jiu wa So yar da nian bo so jie La le ye zhe ba jian bo Jie ge song to jie ye jie Bo wang tang e zhe ma le Zhou zhou la ba jie dan se we do lo hong bar wa xia jie hong 切身的忙不？ 姐姐当吹的喇叭，特在送外的喇叭，三穷桥的心姐姐，的上家人动作呗。人在大江南拉呢，内见都不找到开。对当班的举白做，我正出见才完了。着我肩背心拉结，也咱艰难的够了。我就在眼着我谈恋爱的心里讲，东啊鸟是鸟完住。见过这下谁谁，大概大问阿婆的，把这要养着这当，我在这背下的大，当着那些可见那。的真藏样没法说，本在要下着的卡也卡。是东根觉的南特在的南公所说，的他刚刚说呢，大你都变成人做，南就大江苦节来也觉得的也巴多。没就是热浪巴多，你为所多浪巴多，不懂变的是拉多，不卡的种是拉多，这所你所着拉多，旁亲讲着着拉多。但在东着着了多，心间中可着了多，马没大洋着了多，对接中可着了多，心结家个着了多，三大都是着了多。家被娘的着了多，再也给刚着了多，没得眼好着了多，提然是跟着了多， Negaram Kadala Do Holoka Dagadala Mong Emeding Emba Do Hoding Injeb Jata Jeto Ye Do Sem Jato Jeto Holo Vargab Jata Jeto Temen Chewa Job Jeto Yene Bob Jetam Pendo Yene Mob Jeto Yeto Mena Jewe Yargato Te Yong Empe Mom Jeto Dalan Job Do Dar Do So Ge La Job Do Dar Do Lo Om Benza Kala Kala Yamara Mo Yamo Kala Ropa Nying Zala Yam Yang So Zala Yam Yam Nying La Che Sola Chum Zeta Sola Dong Dong Nying Da Shi Za Tum Re Le Le Nying Zik Zik Wer Shi Shi Gong Gong Nya Nya Sus Da De Mama Ganma Shidang Garai Mara Sena Damar Danai Hong Pe Wan Benza Gele Gelai Hong 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 De Damaraya Bene Kala Zamela Bene Raja Tulin Sha Bene She She Dum Dum Bene Tsarpa Tsarpa Bene Tom Tom Jo Bene Momo Bene Dadar Bene Tsar Tsar Bene Sojin Choba Jindor Sojin Choba Jindor
Page 74. Yeah. No?
First offer. Yeah, you do English. So offer. Oi ganse dorjen zemba ye ngodo lobon jenda so do English. You page 74.
The Confession of the Tantric Root Downfalls. The Vajra holders have stated that the attainment of accomplishments depends upon following a master. Therefore, to treat the master with contempt is said to be the first root downfall. To transgress the words of the Buddha is said to be the second downfall. To be angry with Vajra brothers and sisters is the third fault pointed out. The Buddha taught that to abandon love for another being is fourth. To abandon bodhicitta, the root of the Dharma, is fifth. To belittle the teachings that are one's own or others' philosophical beliefs is sixth. To disclose the secret teachings to sentient beings who have been not fully matured is seventh. To abuse one's own aggregates, the embodiment of the five Buddhas, is eighth. To doubt the pure nature of phenomena is ninth. To maintain loving relations with evil ones is regarded as tenth. To conceptualize phenomena that are without names and labels is 11th. To cause discouragement in those who have faith is 12th. Failing to rely on the appropriate samaya substances is the 13th. To disrespect women who are the nature of wisdom is 14th. A mantrika who avoids all 14 downfalls is certain to attain accomplishments. All broken and impaired root and branch samayas of body, speech, and mind, all faults and downfalls, together with their numerous defilements, I openly confess and lay aside. Please bestow blessings to cleanse and purify them all.
Om Benza Sado Samaya Manu Balaya Benza Sado Dinoba Dedana Meba Sodogaya me bhava, Sobhajaya me bhava,
Anurakto me bhava, Sarva siddhi me prayacha, Sarva karma
Sudha me Jadashaya Guru Bangave Savadada Samaya Manabalaya Bendazadodana Me bhava Sodagaya me bhava Sobhajaya me bhava Anurato me bhava Sarva siddhi me jaya Sarvagama Sada me Jadashaya Guru Sarvada Dangada Benja Mame Benja Benja Bhava Ma Samaya Sado Om Benja Sado Samaya Manapalaya Benja Sado Dena Sudakaya Me Bhava Sobhajaya Me Bhava Narado Me Bhava Savasade Me Daya Jasavagama Sudha Me Jadam Shiryam Guru Wo Bangava Savada Dangada Benja Mame Benja Benja Bhava Ma Sama Sado Om Benja Sado Samaya Manapal Me Bhava Sodagaya Me Bhava Sobhajaya Me Bhava Narato Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Me Payata Sava Karma Sudha Me Jadashayam Guru Bangave Sarva Tatangata Benja Mame Benja Bhava Ma Samaya Sato Hera Gaye Jenkorda Zajen Kola Korvaye Dayen Rova Maleba
57.
Jenko Jetan Rabayo Om Benza Neda Ujidaya Om son jay bar de zoi jian jie jiang wai dai ma lai me dor ma de gan lo wo war te yer Sam Tawa Sam Ta Ye Tang Do Ye Ye Na La Zo Den Ye Zab Ye Ye Dem No Si Tam Se Gam Ye Tam Ye To Ya Re Ga Mo Wo Wo Ko nhớ mỏi giờ trò chê ye cho mà rê kê chê bà chá na ram so rê tông rê ra bồi ye cho bàn thả mê bà na ô bồ la đàn bà
Summoning Good Fortune in the long, narrow text. It's on page 63. Holy and watch and pure land of perfect happiness, even the name of sorrows unknown. Amrita is grand, long life, regard me kind-heartedly, in Kotala, pure land of perfect compassion, even by poisons names don't exist. Generous, hold me with love. Grant me the supreme city in lotus light, pure land of Vidyadhara's deathless life. Even misery's names are gone. Lotus born, grant your blessing. Sky-faring rainbow body, in manifest joy, land of perfect bliss, even the names for confused hate don't exist. Vajra grand blessings, mirror like wisdom city, in glory in the land of perfect splendor, even names for confused pride don't exist. Ratna Sambhava bestow equanimity, wisdom, and watch at your land of great happiness, even names for confused desire are gone. Amitabha, bless and grant discerning wisdom sitting in fulfilled activity, land of perfect Buddha deeds. There's no words for jealousy. Hamoga Siddhi bestow all accomplishing wisdom in the open Dharma sphere. Endowed with five perfections, ignorance does not exist. Vairocana grant Dharma, Dhatu wisdom city, grant vital essences of the five great mothers and long life. Incarnated Uddiyana, Sogyal with Dakinis, grant bliss, emptiness, mastery. Fortune of profound mantra, Guru whose all phenomena, where all lineage yidams dwell. Grant awakening in one life, fortune of Mahamudra, in the sphere of self-display. dwell ye realms of peace and wrath, and common power, cities fulfilling all its. In 24 sacred sites gather infinite guidance, grant ripening, liberating powers. Fortune of secret mantra in the Makayas expands, dwell the lineage lords and kin. Enlightened acts increase, 2 stages mantra deity, in all taming to sphere. Dwell Mahakala and cohort, grant subjugating city, fortune of enlightened acts. Om Re in Vaishnavanas abode dwells the wealth god Zambala, who acts kindly for all beings, master of life, merit, wealth, food, and fortune. With your cohort, don't waver from your heart pledge. Think of us compassionately, bring here a long life fortune, bring here fortune of cattle, fortune of swift horses, and wealth of wish-granting livestock, the fortune of fertile sheep, and of herd animals, fortune of goats and suspects cattle, wealth of wish-granting cows, mules to carry heavy loads. All this good fortune bring hail, fortune of thy lovely silk, highly priced gold and silver, fertile soil and the 6 great precious gems and ornaments, food and drink of every kind, bring them here as good fortune from us, fortune from above. God's good spirits well midway, Nagas wishing gem below, free wills, gods and humans wealth, bring them here as good fortune. The Pagbo's body fortune, Brahmin scrolly dharma, Balang chose fortune and wealth, Brahminians longevity, beings life, strength and merit, have a lands grant their fortune, Indian kings religious might, Chinese kings all reaching force, Narsian kings fortune and wealth, the army of King Gesa, the courage of Ukar, as good fortune brings them here, fortune of the endless sky, fortune of the stable grounds, perfect wealth, food and clothing, radiant splendor, riches, strength, armor, weapons, miracle powers, monks who uphold the scriptures, fortune of brave and strong boys, beautiful and virtuous girls, pure offspring, please all of these, bring them here as good fortune, and moon's eastern rise, eastern long life fortune, come like the swirling southern cloud, southern long life fortune, come like enshrouding mist, western, long life fortune, please come here, like a river flows northern. Long life fortune, please come here, like rain falling from above. Upper long life fortune, come like 6 grains ripening below. Lower long life fortune, come, fortune of melodious praise. Come like turquoise dragons roar, fortune of hearts to dance line. Come like dazzling star garlands. Om Hey Eastern VajraKilaya, bring life's fortune pacify disease, demons, hindrances. Southern Jewel Dakini, bring resources, food and wealth, expand life, merit, riches. Western Lotus Dakini, summon power to tame all things, samsara and nirvana. Northern Action Dakini, bring the poor and light and annihilate hinders evil. Wealth gods with your retinue, bring here all the world's fortune, bring auspicious objects here. Bring fortunate objects here, always remain at this place, and make these fortunes steadfast. Potentize life substances, and at this place protect well, please remain firm, unchanging. Grant eternal life, city, grant endless treasure, city, grant wealth and merit, city. Grant 2 cities, let them be accomplished spontaneously. Sadhwa city, alala. Page 90. Om Ahum, 3 Kayas, Lama, deities of longevity, Dakinis of Uddiyana, and assembly of wealth gods. Please bestow the 4 empowerments upon me and other fortunate disciples. Being bestowed with the supreme form empowerment upon my body, may I attain the indestructible Vajra body. Being bestowed with the supreme speech empowerment upon my speech, may I attain the power of Brahma's 60 melodies. Being bestowed with the supreme mind empowerment upon my mind, may I attain power over the unborn simplicity. May I obtain the essence kaya empowerment, the ultimate empowerment that is the spontaneous presence of the 3 kayas. May I obtain the empowerment of the Guru's 3 kayas, which causes the 3 poisons to manifest as the 3 kayas. May I obtain the empowerment of the long life deities of the 5 families, which causes the 5 poisons to manifest as the 5 aspects of primordial wisdom. May I obtain the empowerment of the Dakinis of Uddiyana, by which the body of deathless primordial wisdom is attained. May I obtain the empowerment of white Zambala Yabyum, which effortlessly and spontaneously accomplishes ordinary and sublime cities. May I obtain the empowerment of wealth gods and treasure lords, which perfects the abundance of food, wealth, and riches. May I obtain the empowerment of Mahamudra, which liberates from samsara's pain. May I obtain the empowerment of self-knowing Dharmakaya, which is the primordial purity of the delusional perceptions of unawareness. May I obtain the empowerment of the great completion, which is the primordial purity of all phenomena of samsara and nirvana. May I obtain the empowerment of the great middle way, which naturally liberates the four extremes of eternalism and nihilism. May I obtain the empowerment of the perfection of wisdom, which is inexpressible, being beyond words and thoughts. May I obtain the empowerment of total openness, free from fixation, which naturally liberates dualistic propensities. May I obtain the empowerment of immortal life, which is the unchanging expanse of awareness. May I obtain the empowerment of awakening within one lifetime, which is the endless accumulation of merit. Hum Shri, the Guru who is the three Kayas, deities of longevity, Dakinis of Udyana, and assembly of wealth gods, my own body, speech, and mind, this life, all solid and substantial matter, all these dissolve like clouds dissolving in the sky, or water pouring into water, without reference point, into the all-pervasive open space of Ah. Within a state of non-distraction, rest at ease. In the unborn basic space of phenomena, let go of everything. In a state of simplicity, remain free and open. Seal with steadfastness. Samaya, seal, seal, seal. Hum Shri. By this virtue of timelessness beyond the three times, may all beings be relieved from the suffering of poverty, hunger, and thirst, and may all wishes and enjoyments be fulfilled. At last, may they swiftly attain the most excellent state of the Master Padmasambhava and Amitabha in the Buddha field great bliss, and reach the ground of no return. Benza Kilaya Sarva Vignan Bam Hung Pei Om VajraKilaya 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 Sarva Vignan Bam Hum Pe. 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 Om VajraKilaya Sarva Vignan Bam Hum Pe.
Okay, just one announcement before you all break for your dinner. Just wanted to let you know that we do have a staff opening at the Garchen Institute now. Many of you may have known Newcomb. She was our cook and kitchen manager for the last year, and she did a wonderful job and has now recently gotten married and has moved on for her next chapter. And we wish her well. And we are now looking for a new staff member to help with the cooking and kitchen managing and in the office. So please, if anybody is interested, come to the office and we can give you an application. Thank you so much.
There's one other announcement. Actually, all the kind people who have volunteered to help with the bathrooms. Our housekeeping dude, Uno, is going to give a little transmission at 6:30 outside the restrooms. So if y'all want to meet him at that time, it would be greatly appreciated.